It is Wednesday, it's my day off, and we have moved my husband's pickup truck into its storage location so that I can get the carport down. I'm pretty excited to get this done actually, because it's just one more thing toward my move to get me over to Michigan while he finishes getting the house ready to sell here in Washington. So I had already said previously that we're going to move the carport, take that down, and I'm going to carry it with me, mostly because I can't afford to buy a new one when I get over there, or to build the carport right away for the permanent location for the travel trailer. So we've already moved the truck. As you can see, no more pickup truck, and now my Avalon is there. So I'm going to get that moved out of the way and start taking off the cover first, and then after I take off the cover, then we'll see if I can figure out how to actually take the rest of this apart. I need to take it apart myself because I've got to put it together myself, and I have to know how it goes. All right, I'll be right back. I'm just going to back up a little bit so that I don't drop anything on my car. Brock's going to keep this car, and if he comes to visit late summer or sometime in the fall, I think he was planning on visiting in September. If he manages to do that, then he's going to bring his Suburban to me and then fly back. So, I think the first step is going to be to get the cover off, and the cover is hooked on by these little bungees. So that's pretty easy. See if I can get that off with one hand. Yeah. Oh wow, that was really easy. I got 2 for the price of 1. And it looks like, now I remember we had to hook 2 of the bungees together. So here's how the corner hooks to the post, the corner post. And I'm just going to pull this down. Maybe I'm going to do it with one hand, maybe I'm not. Yeah, just pull it down and then out and release it. And then I will have to remember to take these corner brackets off, or latches. Boy, that's really wavy, sorry. And it looks like it just unscrews by your finger here, just like that. So once I have the entire cover taken off, then I will get those. So, and again, unhooking them from the pole, because this one's around to the back, I can't get to it. There we go. And again, I'm not sure how I hooked that up, but I don't know, it might have been the husband who did it, but I certainly didn't do it with a phone in my hand. So I'll have to use 2 hands to do it. There we go. And that's tied on, so we'll leave that tied on. Alright, next I think I'm going to get the sides off. And we're trying to find the other side. This came with 2, and we put it up where we wouldn't lose it, and promptly lost it. Careful. We've got a bit of rose that is growing through here. It'll be nice. He'll finally be able to see the roses over here. And I'm going to have to take down this tree that's growing through the fence too sometime before I leave. Now I know Brock, and if it were up to him, he would have me wash this and I don't know what that's called, moss, whatever, mildew, green stuff. But I'm gonna go hang it up in the woods. Now I do have 2 snails that I've got to take off, and I feel bad for these guys. I don't actually want to touch them. I don't like touching anything slimy. Go figure. All right, let's see. Aw, man. They're kind of stuck. See if I can get them off without damaging them. All right, start with a little one. Come on, guy. Come on. Let's go. There we go. All right, I broke his suction, and now he's in a plant. This one's bigger. I don't like it. Maybe he'll go up on this. No? No, he's going away from it. I want him to go on it. Oh, well. All right. Well, that's not going to work. So, I guess we just have to be mean about it. Come on. There we go. Broke his suction. Put him on something soft. Okay. Back to folding this up. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Let's unhook the rest of that roof. Okay. Looks like they're all unhooked. So now, can I just pull it down? No, I cannot. And this is the part where I use the ladder to loosen it up. This is called lazy, ladies and gentlemen. I could have just folded it up and carried it over. So, I think what I need to do first is reach down and loosen that. And that will allow me to, lift that up. And that's really all I need to do up here, I think. I'll be able to loosen that one when I get down there. Now back down the ladder. I do not have a GoPro. I have no head-mounted or chest-mounted camera. And try maintaining 3 points of contact on your ladder, holding the camera in your hand. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Just lift and get that over. There you go. And now, I don't know if you can see because my view is pretty bad right now. But there we go. Now I think I should be able to just pull from the other side. planning on putting this over my travel trailer, and I'll have to build a base for the feet, raise it up a little bit, but the idea is to use this cover to kind of waterproof my travel trailer because it's kind of old and it's kind of gone through the mill. So we'll get it covered up with this. So I don't want holes in it because this is my waterproofing at this point. Another thing I want to do is hang gutters at least off of one side, if not off of two, to go into my rainwater collection tanks so that I don't have to go buy enough water for me and my dogs. Water to clean with, water to wash with, water for them to drink, and even water for me to drink. And there'll be a whole video about that later. But for now, let's go ahead and try to preserve this cover as best we can. We'll go ahead and let the husband fold this a second time, or one final time, if he wants to. Otherwise, I think we have a good safe place to put it. All right. Next is to climb up and see how the top comes apart. So here's the thing. You're seeing me struggle with something as basic as moving a ladder. But you also see that I'm moving the ladder. So maybe I'm not as strong as some people, but I'm going to stick to it. Here's the thing. There's always going to be someone stronger than you. And all you can worry about is yourself. So I challenge myself, and you can challenge yourself. If you don't have upper body strength, then do real work consistently to build that upper body strength. When I started doing my current job, I had a very hard time even lifting a stack of plates to chest level. Now I lift those plates like they're just a small load. Why? Because I did it consistently over and over and over again. Just because you're not there now doesn't mean that you can't get there. So please, please, please give yourself a chance. Anybody can do this. Sometimes you just have to find a different way to do it. Oh my God, it's connected. That's why I take my phone. I can't remember where to do it. There it is. All right. Turn on camera. There. Go to video. All right. Up the ladder with 3 points of contact. And there are no bolts, no screws, no pins. Now we do have these wires, and these wires have, let's see if I can see it in the camera. That might be it. Right there. There is a turnbuckle, I think is what it's called, that turns in order to tighten. And that keeps the legs from separating under a load. So I will have to figure out how to loosen those because it looks like they just set in here. Underneath there's nothing. So they're just like hooked in. And so I should be able to handle that. So let's go back down. So I think what I'm going to do is try to remove this one section at a time. So that'll mean loosening the turnbuckles on all of the wires in this section, then pulling these pins that are in the legs, holding the legs together, and then lifting them up and out. Some of it I'll need the big ladder for, I think, and some of them I think I can use this small ladder for. So let's see how that works, because I don't think I want to unhook everything and just have it all come down like a Jenga tower. All right, so let's see what we can do. I have to admit, I like my backyard here in Washington. At least I like parts of it. Don't like the fact that it's in town, but at least it's not in the city, per se. Pretty decent neighborhood, although pretty close to the not so decent neighborhoods. And by not so decent, I mean high crime. And so it can spill over into this neighborhood. But I have the birds, lots of birds, and I have my garden. We still have my herb garden going with a few herbs in it, not much. The husband has potatoes. Potatoes are his favorite food, so he's got a lot of potatoes planted. And we have his, what is that flower called? I don't know. But that trellis right there, it gets purple flowers that hang down that look like clusters of grapes from a distance. And they hang straight down, and they're very, very pretty, very fragrant. And at some point I'll remember what they're called, but not right now. And our lilacs. We still have our lilacs. They're still in bloom. And we have raspberries. But, oh, and that big oak tree. That big oak tree. This huge tree. And our flowers, our roses, I think those purple things might be called irises. So I do like my yard. Our dogwood's dying. Apparently, dogwoods were not intended to be in a yard for dogs. Just know that. All right, let's get back to work. All right, the next thing I need to do is to take down these poles right here. The poles. And Brock has them connected to the side of the driveway, the wall of the driveway, the block, and then he's got these straps here. Now he says he does not need to keep those straps. So if I can't unscrew the screws, then I will undo I'll cut the straps. Meanwhile, we also have a pin. We also have a pin right here. And so I will need to remove these pins. Then I will have to remove these bolts somehow. And I think I'm going to start by spraying all of them with penetrating oil and get those soaking while I work on the rest. I've always been taught when using penetrating oil, if you really want it to penetrate, just give a little whack and the vibrations will help the oil start seeping down into the little cracks and crevices. And there you go. The carport is down. Oh, the driveway is opened way up. One of my big regrets is that we had so many roses I couldn't see. And because I couldn't see them, I couldn't tend to them. And because I couldn't tend to them, some of them died. As you can see right there, there are no roses on that rose. So that should come out. I might be able to prune that way back and get it to come back. And that one's nearly dead. But my lupine is doing well. I don't know if you can see that. That is my lupine, and it is doing lovely. All right, so we've moved the truck. We've taken down the carport. Before that, we had to move the firewood, and the firewood's hanging out under that blue tarp now. Here, let's get this farther away. So the firewood is hanging out under the blue tarp instead of the other end of the driveway. We've moved the truck, and we've got the carport down. Next thing is going to be to bring in my utility trailer so we can start packing. Oh, I can't wait.